everybody, I'm Joey Paul and I'm an indie author and welcome back to my channel. I write young adult fiction across a variety of genres, and if you think that might interest you, then think about subscribing below. I also have a copy shop with signed paperbacks and swag, which you can also find below. So as someone going through the professional edit right now, I thought that I would add to this series. I'll link the last one up in the cards. So usual disclaimer, I am far from the only chronically ill and or disabled Authortuber or YouTuber, and everything is going to be mostly based on my own experience. I'm not going to talk about conditions I don't experience because that feels like it would be giving false information, and I don't want to be doing that. So let's talk about editing with chronic pain. Number 1, meds can help. Or not. One thing that I realised pretty early on when editing and taking meds to help with pain was that I couldn't always take them if I wanted to get through my edits and have something coherent. That doesn't apply to every med out there, and of course it depends on the strength and impact they have on you. Like, I can manage with my patch with over-the-counter meds and still be able to edit effectively, but if I have to take one of my stronger meds, then things are going to get weird and not in a good way. If you're finding it hard to concentrate with pain levels and you want to try and manage the pain and edit as well, then I advise that you do it in small spurts. Saying this, I know some people will be like, why edit when you're in pain? I don't know about other people, but I am always in some degree of pain. If I waited to be pain-free to edit, I would literally never edit. Of course, that does not apply to everybody, and if it doesn't, then on bad days, just don't try and edit, because your body needs that break, and that's okay. For me to function and edit effectively, then I need to minimize how much medication is in my system. This can lead to using other tools like a heating pad or the like to bring down my pain levels enough that I can think straight and get the words to do their thing. But of course, that might be different for you. Which leads me to number 2, do what works for you. As I just said, everyone has their own pain levels and their own way of dealing with things and functioning with them. I usually have to find a way to get my editing done before I take my meds, but that won't always be the case for everyone. If you're someone that knows you have less pain in the afternoon, then use that time to edit as much as possible. Ideally, it's best to not be in pain when doing something as focused as editing, but it's all about finding a way that works for you and also allows you to meet deadlines and the like. I know some chronic pain people who always do their best work when they first get up, and I'm one of them, because at that point my mind isn't too foggy and the pain isn't too bad. If that's you, great. If not, then try and find a time when you're more clear-headed and able to get things done. Yes, it might take you longer, but this is not a race, which I'll talk about more in a moment. Number 3, working in short bursts is okay. I usually take about 2 months to do dev edits. I say this simply because I can't work for long stretches of time without my pain getting worse. Working in short bursts is very much okay. You don't have to be constantly pushing and pushing to try and hit a milestone. You can do a chapter here and one there, or your own version, and it does all add up. At the end of the day, you have to do what works best for you, your circumstances, your body, and your conditions. I can tell you that working in short 30-minute bursts works best for me, and it might for you, but it also might not. You just have to take a lot of trial and error, and when you find something that works, add it to your toolbox. And number 4, taking your time isn't bad. Like I said, taking your time is not a bad thing. Those 2 months of doing my dev edits allow me to work in short bursts, they allow me to do more than one pass, and they allow me a chance to really absorb what needs to be done as referenced in my edit letter. This is not a race. Even with a deadline, you have some leeway. I can only talk about indie here because I've never been trad pubbed, but from my understanding, there is some leeway there as well. So take your time and make sure you're careful and do what needs to be done to get your book into the best shape it can be, while also taking care of you, because you are important here too. So there we go, those are my tips when it comes to editing with chronic pain. Like I said, at the time of filming this video, I'm going through dev edits. By the time it gets published, I will probably be going through line edits, and the same applies there. Just working in short bursts works for me, and working without too many meds in my system also works for me. You have to find what works for you and stick with it, basically. It's a lot of trial and error, but it works out best for you to know how you personally work and how to keep yourself moving forward. So what are some of your tips for editing with chronic pain? Let me know in the comments down below. So that's all I got time for today. If you want to support my channel, you can comment, like, or subscribe. I post new videos on Thursdays. You can find me all over social media, and my books are available everywhere. You can also support me in my coffee shop, and you can also sign up for my newsletter. And don't forget to pre-order Cramming Chronicles: The Fourth Torment, which is the fourth in a young adult urban fantasy series. And if you do pre-order, don't forget to grab the swag. And also, last chance, don't forget to grab a ticket for Wonderland in Nottingham in July, which is this weekend, where I'll be signing books. All the links for which are listed below. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep writing. Bye.